Rob G, we're going to start with the Lakers, and there was some reporting done about LeBron not happy, panties in a bunch, with the way things are going on down at crypto.com arena. Rob G, can you fill us in?
Yeah, this seems to be boiling over in a big way here in La La Land. We remember about a week ago, we had Brian Windhorst say on ESPN radio that, the idea of LeBron not retiring with the Lakers is now more on the table than ever. He didn't say outright it was going to happen, but he said, just don't slam the door on it anymore. A couple of days ago, Jovan Buha, friend of the show, longtime Lakers insider, said that the relationship between the two sides is kind of salty at the moment. It's a little frosty. Two sides are not exactly simpatico at the moment. Well, today, ESPN.com's Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst, again, put out a lengthy piece discussing what's going on with LeBron James and the Lakers brass. And in summary, what they have determined is that LeBron is not happy that the team has really pivoted in a strong way towards Luka Dončić and his timeline and put LeBron's timeline on the back burner. In fact, according to Shelburne and Windhorst, one of the things that LeBron is really upset about is that the Lakers did not offer him a contract extension prior to him opting into that $52 million for next season.
So it wasn't right. He didn't have a choice to say, nah, I'm not going to do that. Let me decide what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. No, they said, no, you're good. You got a thing. Are you coming in? Okay, that's it.
In fact, according to Shelburne and Windhorst, here's how they frame it in the story. If LeBron wanted the kind of Hollywood ending that only the Lakers can give legends of the game, the release date has been set. Spring 2026.
And Kelvin, I'm just going to say this. The Lakers are spot on. Mm-hmm. They are spot on. This is not, you can't live in the past when it comes to sports. You fall in love with people or the Lakers did it with Kobe. Mistake. You can say whatever the last 5, 6 years with Kobe, a mistake.
All bad.
Too much money. Nobody wanted to play with it. You remember what it was? They couldn't make the playoff. It was not good because they wanted to take care of Kobe and be loyal and all that kind of stuff. And you got to be careful with that. And in this case, the Lakers have done everything. LeBron's going to be 41. Like, seriously. You got a 25-year-old star that you traded for, right? Mm-hmm. That's who you have to center around the team. The team was just sold. If you're the Dodgers, you're living in the past. I mean, the Lakers.
You're half right.
Right? Half right because the Dodgers have moved across the street. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see this as being disrespectful or not. When he was there, they paid him. They gave him the extension before. They've done everything. He wanted more players. He went and they got him AD. Traded all the young players, right, to go get AD for him. That worked out. They won a championship. Mm-hmm. They get Luka for him. Okay, wow. You know what I mean? But you can't string this along. An extension? No. It could be 41. This is the right move by the Lakers.
This is going to be the first time LeBron is going to have to deal with something different, and that is the first time not being courted, the first time not being wanted, the first time that he is in a position where he's second fiddle. And since he was probably, 13 years old, he's probably been that guy. Now, his disposition, especially early on, was to be more of a collaborative guy, bring the team on, high fives with everybody. But he always knew subconsciously it all revolved around him. And this is the first time, Rob, it happens. And people do that in life. When it ain't all about you, if you're an only child, and all of a sudden you got a sibling, what you mean? I don't get this. What do you mean? I got to share? I got to do this? And I think that's what he's going through. You mentioned a couple of good things. New ownership. I'm going to start there. New ownership, mind you, Rob, not a new ownership that's new to this. New ownership that knows what they're doing. New ownership that has continually had the Dodgers being successful, whether they're competing for, obviously, winning their division and competing for World Series, winning World Series. So the ownership is a little bit different. This ain't just the Buss family, who I've said a million times, who to a fault has been overly loyal to people who were in business with them back in the early 80s.
And because it's a mom and pop
shop. They have that thing. If you've been with us, you've been through the ups and downs with us. We become loyal to you. We ride with you. This ain't that. This new ownership, while respecting LeBron, while appreciating LeBron, are trying to also move forward. And the day that the ink dried up on that trade for Luka Dončić, The LeBron era was over. Now, you can be a part of the Luka era. You can be participatory. We would love to have you on this ride, but this is now the Luka era.
Okay, so let me just jump in for a quick sec because, LeBron James, he's doing the most right now because, he was down at, Ohio for a couple of days. And he was, taking pictures in the Ohio, Cleveland Cavaliers facility. And he did this because he want to get more, blogs and newspapers, writing about him because he loves the attention. And I think that the chances that he's going to be playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers is very small. It's highly unlikely. So let's get back to the clip.
Without a doubt. And I will challenge LeBron to see if this cannot go out bad. You don't have to go out bad because they didn't offer you extension. You don't have to go out bad because the team is now about Luka.
Well,
you don't have
him not calling
not texting DeAndre Ayton.
I mean, that is I'm not saying you got to throw him a party.
Yo, welcome to the team, bro. That's it. So this is going to be something LeBron is going to have to deal with for the first time where, you are not your second fiddle. And it's uncommon territory for him. But again, when you look at the fact that he's not a lifer, fairly or unfairly, wrong or right, them giving Kobe that deal, we know what Kobe meant to the city. We know what he meant to this franchise.
I get it.
I'm saying you shouldn't from a practical business standpoint.
I understand that, but if you look at the results, they weren't good.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. From a practical business standpoint, you would say it's time to move on, but the Lakers ownership said we're going to do right by him. He'd been here for us, and that was their prerogative. This isn't that where LeBron hasn't been a lifer. So you mentioned, with Clutch Sports, they brought in a gang of Clutch Sports guys over the years. They brought in AD. To his credit, hey, he and AD brought them a championship, so it's been a mutual thing. He brought them some relevancy and some, they were competitive. They brought him everything he wanted, the guys he wanted, the coaches he wanted, and they even brought his son in. So at a certain point, you can the Lakers can actually look at LeBron and ask him, what more do you want from me?
What's up, y'all? So I appreciate y'all for tapping into my channel. There's a lot of rumors floating around right now. For example, they're saying that LeBron James, he want to get traded to the Dallas Mavericks, and that would be crazy if that was about to happen. And you can actually bet that right now. You can place a bet that LeBron James is gonna be playing for the Dallas Mavericks. And even though I would say that some people will say that that is very unlikely, but at the end of the day, it's still a chance that LeBron James will get traded because as of now, he feels betrayed by the Lakers organization because in his own mind, he's feeling like, y'all not giving me the players that I want and that I demand and need, because that is how LeBron James operates. You need to realize that LeBron James, he's not like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, he was a scrawny kid when he started playing in the NBA, and then he realized that, he needed to put also more muscles, he need to work more, do more workouts, after the games and also after practice by himself. And that is what he did. And that is, after he started doing this, that is when he started winning championships. But then LeBron James, he has a different tactic. His thing is, I need players, to be able to win my championships. And that is why he's been accused of, creating super teams. And, I think that, to be honest, LeBron James is going to be playing in the Lakers for one more season, maybe two, and then he's going to be retiring. So, let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.